Thank you, Honourable Minister Reddy, Minister for Environment, Waterways and Agriculture, the Permanent Secretary for Environment and Waterways, the Director of Environment and the team from Ministry of Environment. Thank you for this invitation. As the Minister has highlighted, essentially this project here, this initiative by Ministry of Environment gives a real opportunity to actually gather actual data in respect of the pollutants, the rubbish, that comes out of our waterways system and into the ocean, as he highlighted. It's critically important because sometimes when we do talk about the environment, we don't actually have critical data available to us. It's very important to be able to quantify and also see the topography of the actual pollutants that comes into the river system. It not only pollutes our oceans itself in terms of from a salubrious perspective, and aesthetically it does not look good, of course, but it causes real actual damage and harm to your coral systems, causes harm to the life that actually exists within the ocean itself. The fish life actually eats plastic unknowingly, turtles eat plastic, and obviously it's not good for the environment, it's not good for them, it's not good for sustainability of life within the ocean system itself. Just sitting here, there are literally thousands of people that drive past on this bridge every day. I don't know how many people actually look out to this river, and you can see that there's so many things floating in it that should not actually be floating in it. And the reality of the matter is that it's critically important that the Ministry of Environment does this, does the measurements on a daily basis, gets actual raw data available. But as citizens of this country, we should not sit back and say, well, they've got a net, it's okay, I can throw anything I like. They'll capture it in any case before it goes into the ocean. So I think we need to be able to create the public awareness about it too, and to be able to photograph what you're going to capture in the nets and then publicize it as much as possible, because people need to see how grotesque it is actually. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Minister highlighted, the 30 by 30 initiative, we've joined that initiative that's been launched by the UK government, and as has been announced in our budget last year, that we intend to protect 30% of our EEZ area in terms of environmental management practices, ocean management practices that safeguards those areas. So it's a whole plethora of measures we need to take. It's not just only one thing. It's not about putting the mat or banning styrofoam or banning plastic. It's a holistic approach we need to take to ensure that our ocean is actually protected, the sea life is protected. And I'd like to actually commend, because we've seen so much activity in the Ministry of Environment, in particular in the past 6 months or so, that hitherto has not taken place before. And this is the kind of proactive positioning that Ministry of Environment must undertake. It's critically important. Of course, we have to ensure that we build sustainability of livelihoods within all of these measures too, and we have control environments to ensure that there is sustainability. So, Minister, thank you once again, PS and Director on the team for this initiative. And of course, in respect of the policy initiatives overall, in terms of our international obligations and commitments, we have, of course, through the Paris Convention regarding climate change, Fiji's taken some very bold steps. Our Honourable Prime Minister has really positioned Fiji in that space. Now, of course, Fiji has created a pathway in the Paris Convention space, in the UNFCCC process regarding oceans, and we hope to further that particular opportunity within the wider framework regarding climate change, because as you know that the mangroves and all the seaweed, seagrasses, etc., there's a much higher level of sequestration in terms of the carbon sink is much higher in the ocean, and of course in the life around the ocean. So it's critically important for us to be able to protect and preserve these environments, whilst of course having economic activity at the same time. It's a managing of those risks that we need to undertake. But of course a lot more can be done regarding our attitude, what we as ordinary citizens, how we treat our waterways, how we treat our oceans, and the creating of that awareness, which is critically important. So Minister, thank you once again, and wish you all the best, and we look forward to this being done in other parts of Fiji also, not only being restricted to the Central Division. The West is of course a good division too. Thank you very much.
Would you like to address the